Ready everyone? Shivatsan, Kartika, ready everyone beta? Fine. The sample paper first question is, now you have to exactly answer questions accordingly. Fine, ready everyone? Nandini, good evening beta. Nandini, good evening. Good evening everyone. Let's start the session beta. Let's start the session. So instructions, how your question paper will be. The question paper has 3 sections. All questions are compulsory. First, section A will be having 7 questions. So 7 questions, 7 into 2 will become total 14 questions. Okay. And section B will have 6 3-mark question, and section C will have 2 case study questions. Internal choices are also provided. We will be discussing internal choice questions also. So now shall we start the session? The first question for you is, why natural ecosystem are relatively balanced? If you remove all the phytoplanktons from a pond, what will happen to it? What will happen to it? So let's discuss this question first. Let's discuss this question first. Come on, everyone get ready for this question sessions. Now tell me the answer, why natural ecosystems are relatively balanced. If you remove all the phytoplanktons from the pond, what will happen to it? If you will remove all the phytoplanktons from pond, what will happen to it? See, look here, this is a 2-mark question, so you should not be writing all that love stories there. You should be writing the most appropriate point there. The most appropriate point. Now come on, tell me quickly, what are the 2 appropriate points? What you are thinking that is very, very important. What you are thinking is very, very important. What are phytoplanktons are just very small aquatic organisms. They are very, very important. They are very, very important. The small microscopic organisms are exactly there. They are exactly called as phytoplanktons. They are exactly called as what? They are exactly called as phytoplanktons. Come on, start answering the question. Why natural ecosystem are relatively balanced? The first question for you is, see, like this sample papers you will be getting from my side. So now the first, okay, so why natural ecosystems are relatively balanced? Why natural ecosystems are relatively balanced? If you remove all the phytoplanktons from the pond, what will happen to it? Okay, come on, start answering the question. Start answering the question. It's a 2-mark question. So first part of the question says to you that, why natural ecosystems are relatively balanced. So you have to tell the most important point. Just take time for 2 minutes and type the question. What answer will be, what answer you feel is absolutely correct. What answer you feel is absolutely correct. Come on, type answer and say. See, look here, the simple answer here is, see, if I will be in your place, why natural ecosystems are relatively balanced? The natural ecosystems are relatively balanced because there are herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. The presence of Sarthak, good evening. The first question for your sample paper, the total questions of your sample paper will be, like it's a complete sample paper provided by me. Like throughout the session you will keep on getting at least 20 to 25 sample papers we will discuss. This is just the first sample paper. So now look here, the first question is, just 1 minute. How much time you will take to answer? The moment you are seeing the question, you have to start answering the question. This is a 2-mark question, so you have to decide how you are going to write. Or take a notebook and copy and just note down the most important questions. So why natural ecosystems are relatively balanced? If you remove all the phytoplanktons from a pond, what will happen to it? The first question answer, I'm just going to say you that you know that natural ecosystem comprises of how much small or big ecosystem, it is relatively balanced. The reason behind it, all these small organisms are exactly eaten by the bigger ones. So there is always a higher level, from lower level to higher level level, and there is a unique way of following the level. There is a unique way of following the level. The most important thing here is कि when we talk about ecosystem, we know that in an ecosystem herbivore, carnivore, omnivore are there, and the presence of all the three maintains the ecosystem. Okay, so only the natural ecosystem is balanced. So only the natural ecosystem is balanced. Karthika has given the answer. Natural ecosystem are self-sustaining and does not need human interference to the balanced. Any phytoplanktons are removed, the food cycle would be unstable. Absolutely correct. But here the first point is natural ecosystem are self-sustaining and doesn't need human interference to be balanced. Here they didn't ask about human interference. Here they didn't ask in the question that is human interference is there, Karthika. It may act as a negative point for you. Why natural ecosystem are relatively balanced? So here you have to tell that why they are relatively balanced, because of the presence of herbivore, carnivore and omnivore, and human beings are a part of it. So your answer is well taken positively by me. Just beta, only one thing you have to remove, and that is human. Human are also a part of the ecosystem. Okay. Lucky, second answer, the color of the water will start to change. Okay, Lucky, but one very important point here is beta, the second part of the question is, if you remove all the phytoplanktons from a pond, what will happen? So they are talking about ecosystem. The first part of the question, Lucky, is comprising of ecosystem. So you have to answer the question according to the ecosystem, beta. Your answer should be containing the content related to ecosystem. So here the phytoplanktons are the organic part of water. They are the organisms. Okay, the very when you will be then larva and the small fishes. If phytoplanktons are eaten by larva is eaten by small fishes are eaten by big fishes. So exactly you understand, like autotrophs. After that, autotrophs means after that autotrophs you will be saying that herbivores are there, then carnivores are there, and then omnivores. So autotroph is so important, because the plant, when they will not produce their food, then how herbivore will be dependent on plants. So the thing here is there is a connectivity between all the three. Understood? So Mona, then pond cannot have producers. Yes, that is the most important thing, beta. Don't write extensive. I don't want you to write in CBSE extensive. CBSE don't want love stories in the paper. CBSE want the correct content. So phytoplanktons are organic part of water, and they are the they are the first producer section, which is exactly very important, because these organisms are feed on by the larva. The larva is exactly feed on by the small fishes. The small fishes are feed on by the large fishes. So if phytoplanktons will not be there, then small larvas will not be there. If larvas will die, so that is, so you have to arrange them in a very smart way to answer the question. I hope you might have understood this point. And this question, now consider the following. This is a very diplomatic question. Answer the question very nicely, because the moment question number 2 you will do here and there, it will go, because it is just magnet chapter related question, and you have to just answer the question very cleverly. Come on, go for this question. The arrow indicates the direction of current two closely kept parallel wires. So these A and B are parallel wires. Okay. So in one you can see that the direction of the parallel wire, you have to exactly check the direction of the parallel wire. Now in one you can see that the arrows kept is this. The intensity of current is same in both wire. Use necessary diagram to certain which pair of wire will attract and which will repel each other. So now you have to just see the arrows, and then you have to give an answer for this. So you have to just see the arrow, and then you have to give the answer for this. You just imagine, here one work you have to do is Ampere right hand thumb rule. Ampere's right hand thumb rule. When you will be seeing the question, they don't want you to write any big content related to it. Ampere's right hand thumb rule. The way I am doing like this, just understand like this. Ampere's right hand thumb rule. So you see here, one arrow is going like this. If I am having two pen in my hand and I am doing like this, so that means 100% if current is going up and both the arrows are up. both the arrows are up, then what will happen? Then what will happen? So 100%, if the arrows are up, then just with the help of dot, I think I can explain you nicely. So if one dot here is there, one dot here is there, so another dot is here, just imagine. So if dot and the current is exactly going like this, so this side will become cross. Now here this side will become cross, that means again this side will become dot, this side will become dot, because current direction is same now, and this side will become cross. Same way happens for this one also. So if this side will become dot, then this side will become cross, this side will become dot, and this side will become cross. So that means from one direction, why dot and cross I have done, so that you can understand one very, both will attract. Okay, absolute. But what will be the case? They are saying that the arrow indicates the direction of current in two closely kept parallel wires, and the intensity of the current is same in both the wire. Use necessary diagram to certain which pair of wire will attract and which pair of wire will repel each other. So 100% here we are seeing a sort of attraction, because dot and arrows are there. Dot and arrows are there. So since dot and arrows are there, Manish, good evening. Dot and arrows are there. Arrows यार, कार्तिका एग्जाम देने जा रही है यार, you are going to write examination, we cannot play with this. See the arrow situation, beta, both arrows are up, and that's why I tried to explain you with dot and cross. Mohan kept it correct. Kartika, understand, that's what beta I told you, you have to see dot and cross. Now you have to understand that, see, just I am doing like this, just I am doing like this, current is like this, so when current will be flowing from this direction, it is, so dot, cross. Okay, now here it will become dot, again the second current will be there, so here this is coming for cross, this side is coming for dot, this side is coming for cross, so dot, cross, but here also dot, and here this side is coming as cross. So that means dot and cross are merging, so it is going to attract, because here two different are there. But when they will repel each other, when they will repel each other, now you have to understand, one going up, one going down, one going up, one going down. So here it will be exactly dot here, and here it will be cross. But when it is going down, so this side will become dot, arrow follow, and this side will become cross. So exactly both are coming same, so they will repel each other. Both are coming same, so they will repel each other. This is the best and the shortest way of explanation. This is the, just try to explain with the help of dot and cross, your answer will be given. So you have to tell that the according to Ampere right hand thumb rule, the current direction will be this and the flow of magnetic field will be this. Anti-clockwise direction, I told you in the class, I taught all these things. So when we were doing like this, okay, when we will be doing like this, so we are exactly going to see dot and cross. Now from here also the current, if current is flowing like this, now look here, if current is flowing like this, now look here, current is flowing like this, so here cross and dot are merging, so two different symbols are there, so they are going to attract. Here also they are going to attract, but here current is flowing like this, current is flowing like this, so they have the same symbol, so they are going to repel each other. This is the shortest way. Yes, different means repel. Shortcut understood, Kartika. We don't have time. We have a total sample paper to discuss. Or question. In this one, or question is there. Come on, handle this question very nicely. This clock phase rule. At the time of teaching, I taught clock phase rule. So those who have exactly done, please just refer clock phase rule for this question. Look at the given situation and answer the following question. Coil facing right. So here the coil is facing right. Can you see the north pole here and south pole here? So if north pole here and south pole will be here, so again the thing here is, if north pole will be here, then here south pole will be generated in the wire. Then south pole will be generated. If north pole here, then south pole will be generated in wire. Then south pole will be generated in wire, and I taught you that when south pole will be generated in wire, then what will be the situation here? I hope you might have understood this point. Come on, you can do it. So this is exactly clock phase rule. After seeing that what question they are asking, go for it. The question is, the moment this revision will be over, I am going to give you this sample paper, okay, for practice. Now question is coil facing right. So now the moment coil will be facing right, first the magnet the magnet was going near to it. You see the direction of the magnet. The direction of the magnet was this direction. Fine. The direction of the magnet was this direction. Okay, correct only. The direction of the magnet was this direction. Now the direction of the magnet is exactly going outward. Then what will be the situation? So in figure, the coil is facing the right hand side, which is towards the magnet. Will the magnet get attracted or repelled? Why? The coil in figure 1, the coil is facing the right hand side, which is towards the magnet. Okay, the coil is facing right hand side, which is towards the magnet. Will the magnet get attraction or repelled? Why? So just you see the question, I have to show. Can I make it minimal so that you can see the question at once? Okay, fine. Just go through if you can be able to see it. Correct, Mohan. Absolutely correct. In the first figure, it is exactly going to attract. So how in the first figure it is going to attract? You see here, in first figure, I told you now, here south pole will be generated. Since the south pole will be generated here, so here they are telling that the coil is facing the right hand side, which is towards the magnet. So right hand side, you know the flow of current is this direction. So you check the flow of the current. If you will check the flow of the current, then the current is moving in this. So when current is moving in this, it will make a S direction here. So that means the current is moving in clockwise direction. So since the current is moving clockwise, that is called as clock phase rule. So here south pole will be there. And if north pole part of the magnet is coming near to it, then south and north will attract each other. So south and north will attract each other. Now the second part of the question, what they are telling, the coil is facing the right hand side, which is towards the magnet. The magnet is moving away from the coil. What will be the direction of current in the coil? So what will be the direction of current in the coil? So what will be the direction if the magnet is going away? If the magnet is going away, what will be the direction of the magnet? Is it going to be what will be the direction of the current? Magnet current. What will be the direction? Anti-clockwise. This is the wrong concept. Here only you will have problem. It will have an attraction. Okay. See here, you have to understand a very important point. Here, the first partner, here only they will play with your concept. Exactly now, in the first situation itself, beta, you see the positive terminal and the negative terminal. The flow of the current is like this. So 100% a south polarity is generated. Okay. So once a south polarity is generated, so here also, if you will see the terminal, you see here a positive terminal is bigger one and negative terminal. So you have to think about the positive and the negative terminal. So here positive terminal is there and negative terminal. So current is exactly flowing here like this. So here also, so here south pole is already there. So now the magnet is trying to go away. So since the magnet will be there is one rule called as Lenz law. So here you have to understand that here it will try to stop because south pole is there and north pole is there. So south and north, there is always an obvious case of attraction. Okay. So what it will do? Will it try to stop it? It will try to stop the magnet. And at the time it will try to stop the magnet, what will happen? The flow of current will induced. Okay. So here the magnet is moving away from the, what will be the direction of current in the coil? Then the direction of current will be the same. It will from A to B to C. The direction of current will be same. Okay, the direction of the current will be the same. It will be, they are not asking that is it repelling or attracting. So first you have to read the question. They are telling what will be the direction of the current in the coil. The direction of the current in the coil remains the same, A to B to C. See, you are going for writing the first examination. So that's why my sample paper will be containing that much. देवांश मजाक कर रहा है क्या? ओके, सो द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज, बोलेगा तो मैं ज़रूर कर दूंगी कसम से. आई विल स्टार्ट बेटा, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम. आई विल मेक द वीडियोज़ फॉर यू एंड आई विल सेंड. CBSE का बोलेगा तो आराम से हो जाएगा. ओके, प्रॉब्लम मेरे पास टाइम. अगर टाइम हो गया तो क्लास 11 का केमिस्ट्री बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ा दूंगी. CBSE कौन सा? Yes, current intensity it will not allow here. It will exactly not allow, because current is moving. Conventional direction of flow of current is from positive terminal. We are taking it as clockwise. Clockwise coming as south pole. Now south pole and magnet is having north pole, and north pole is trying to go away. How it will try? Because it will have to experience a attractive force. The north pole will be experiencing a CBSE ना हो जाएगा. Class 11th fine. हो जाएगा. So that will be exactly, it is not going to allow, so it will try to stop, and at that time the flow of the current will intensify. Why? Because it will not allow the magnet to go away from it, because there is an attractive force. Attraction cannot be exactly stopped so easily. So what will happen? The current will start moving, and what will be the direction of the movement of the current? To maintain the attraction, the current will start moving from A to B to C, so that S will be formed. And when S will be formed, this magnet will not be able to go away from it, because S means south pole, N means north pole. They will have attraction. So the intensity of the current will start, or the movement of the current will start from A to B to C. ओके, चैप्टर्स एक बार मुझे सेंड कर देना कम्युनिटी पोस्ट में. ओके, किस लेवल का चाहिए वो भी बता देना. Next question. A red-haired woman marry a brown-haired man. All the children are brown-haired. Explain this genetically. Chalo, explain this genetically. Now you have to explain this genetically. This question is, a red-haired woman married. टॉपिक्स भेजो तभी कुछ कर पाऊंगी मैं. सैटरडे संडे को बनाने का कोशिश करूंगी. जिस चैप्टर में ज़्यादा डाउट है वो चैप्टर भेजो मुझे. A red-haired woman married a brown-haired man, and जितने भी बच्चे, whatever children, how many children are there, they all are exactly, here you cannot write like this. They will not give you a single mark if they will say that, because brown is dominant trait. No, Mohan, if you will write like this, they will not give you mark. This is not MCQ session you are handling. This is a total, you have to prove it, how it will be brown hair. So first you have to go with this. So exactly BB. So capital B is called as dominant. Okay, so dominant. So this is exactly called as brown hair. Brown hair. Okay, brown hair. That means father hair is brown and it is dominant. Father hair is brown and it is dominant. Next, what is exactly given to you is small bb. This is red hair of mother. This is red hair of mother. So since the child, so the key point is the child born are having brown hair. So that means dominant trait is capital B. So now how the selection will be coming? How you have to start the arrows? You have to show them, beta, you cannot be like this. So here this BB, you have to just go for one step. You have to write one B separate. Here you have to write this one B separate. And here you have to write one B separate here. And here you have to write one B separate here. So what next you have to do? Which diagram we can prove it? With diagram you have to prove it. Diagram how? Look here, this is the diagram. B, you separate this B. Now B with this B will become BB. So this is exactly a combo of dominant and recessive. So definitely brown hair will be there because B is dominant. Capital B is dominant. Capital B is dominant. Now this B with this B. Again this is coming brown hair. Now this B will go with this B. Again brown. Now this B will go with this B. Again brown. If you will only write that traits are Okay, if you will only write the traits are this, traits are that, they are not going to entertain you. They are never going to entertain you. The reason is only one simple thing, that entertainment will not be there until and unless you will be writing like this, B and B, it is going to make BB, and this B and B, BB, and this BB. So you have to just say that pure S block element, P block element, hydrocarbon equilibrium states of matter. Okay, super. ओके कौन सा बुक प्रेफर करोगे? प्रदीप का बुक प्रेफर करोगे? उसका मटेरियल चाहिए या फिर कौन सा मटेरियल तुमको चाहिए? बिकॉज सीबीएसई का भी मटेरियल होता है और उसका मटेरियल का क्वालिटी भी होता है कि किस क्वालिटी का तुमको नॉलेज चाहिए, वहाँ पे भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. मैम दिस क्वेश्चन विल कम फॉर 3 marks राइट? है दिस इज 2 mark क्वेश्चन. Only one diagram and this is 2 mark question. So here 2 mark question only we are handling. Now question 4, there was a fumble in the question. So I just erased that question and I give another set question. From question number 4 we are going to go for next PDF and I'll be just giving you, we'll return to the PDF. Only NCERT, तब तो कोई problem ही नहीं है. Okay, now question number 4 is just see the question. The given figure demonstrate the periodic table. Based on the figure answer the question. So this is the periodic table. So numbering mistake was there. So I added question. I added extra question. Okay. So this is the periodic table. In this periodic table you can see that R is here in second group. And then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 14 is having P, 16 is having Q, 17 is having S and 18 is having T. Write a chemical reaction between R and S. Write a chemical to कुछ important question का. Okay, ठीक है S block का दे देती हूँ, हो जाएगा. मुझे 1-2 दिन का टाइम दो, मुझे मटेरियल्स गैदर करके बनाना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, अपलोड करती हूँ मैं. संडे तक मैं कोशिश करती हूँ कंप्लीट कर देती हूँ. ओके देवांश. राइट अ केमिकल रिलेशन, राइट अ केमिकल रिएक्शन बिटवीन R and S. Write a chemical reaction between R and S. What will happen? Write a chemical reaction between R and S. R is 2, group 2, S is exactly group 17. There is no story left here. Valency, sir, valency. So here R is belonging to group 2. So R will have valency 2 plus. S is belonging to group 17. So S will have 1 minus. What will be the formula? Yes. What will be the formula? Metal plus non-metal. They are asking what? Write a chemical reaction between R and S. You have to write a chemical reaction. You have to write a chemical reaction between R and S. First you decide what R and S will go for. Absolutely. The chemical formed will be exactly R crisscross rule. It will become RS2. The chemical formed will be RS2. And how they are going to react with each other? R plus S2 will become RS2. So this is the chemical reaction and formula. Both I have written. MgCl2. They didn't ask about the name, so we can write, we cannot write. Bolo Devansh. Next, what type of ions will be formed by R and S? Now R will form what type of ion? S will form what type of ion? No need. बोलो देवांश, बोलो बेटा. मेरे पास जितना टाइम होगा मैं सारा टाइम डाल करके बनाने का कोशिश करती हूँ. ठीक है. Okay, no, the question is what type of ion will be formed by R and S? What type of ion? Cationic radius, anionic radius. टेलीग्राफ में है, तुम्हारा इसमें भी है, इंस्टाग्राम और टेलीग्राम दोनों में ग्रुप है बेटा. इलेक्ट्रो पॉजिटिव, इलेक्ट्रो नेगेटिव. ओके, ठीक है, मैं बात करती हूँ, मैं कोशिश करती हूँ. Absolutely correct beta. One will be forming a positive ion, one will be forming a negative ion. So one will be forming a positive ion, R will be exactly forming positive ion, and S will be forming a negative ion. S will be forming a negative ion, R will be forming a maths के लिए नहीं चाहिए 11th class का. R will be forming a positive ion, S will be forming a negative ion. So this is what you have to form here. So positive and negative ion. So this is what they are asking. This is what they are asking, positive and negative ion. We will go for the next question. Now see this question and answer the question. The question is, the position of 12 element in the modern periodic table is given below, where atomic number of elements are given in the parenthesis. So now atomic number is also given. Predict the nature of silicon and germanium. Okay, Devansh. मैथ्स के लिए मेरा वीडियो नहीं प्रेफर करता. प्रिडिक्ट द नेचर ऑफ सिलिकॉन एंड जर्मेनियम. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, tell me. Period is there, group is given. Go for it. Maths के सर अच्छे हमारे. Okay, okay, understood. Both are metalloids. Absolutely correct, beta. They both fall under the group. So period 3, period 4. They belongs to period 3, period 4. But they both belongs to which group? They are both belonging to group number 14. They both belong to group number 14, and group number 14, they both are metalloids. They both are metalloids. Identify the element with smallest atomic radii. So among them, which one is having the smallest atomic radii? Which one is having the smallest atomic radii? Which one is having the smallest atomic radii? मैं आज ही बात करती हूँ. मैं देखती हूँ मैं क्या क्या कर सकती हूँ. मैं सारा प्रिपेयर करके बताती हूँ. मोस्ट प्रोबेबली जितना जल्दी हो सके मैं नोट्स तैयार करके तुमको प्रोवाइड करती हूँ. Predict the nature of silicon, that is the metalloids. Identify the element with smallest atomic. Answer, give, quickly give answer. What will be the answer? See, boron, we know that on going from left to right in the periodic table, one very important work happens on going from left to right, the atomic, if we talk about on going from left to right, the atomic radius will decrease. So boron will have a bigger radius. Now they both belong to same period. So since they both belong to same period, the one which will be coming in the left will be smaller. So now which is the smaller? Absolutely correct. Okay, the one which is in the left will be smaller. So carbon is exactly okay, fine. I'll try my level best. मैं सारा कोशिश करती हूँ यार. ठीक है. So the one which will be at the left. So now in the given figure, identify the following parts. Now you have to exactly identify the following parts. Give the answer. Here the parts are exactly this one. So now you have to tell the answer. Here P is there, Q is there, R is there. Part from where entry of sperms takes place. Start answering the question. Parts from where entry of sperms takes place. P. Very good. Site of implantation. Site of implantation. You have to write the names also. 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 I don't have solution of this sample paper, so if I will provide you sample paper, I will not be able to provide you solution. Okay. So the thing here is, that's why I am discussing the answers here itself. So site of implantation. Site of implantation is Q. Site of implantation is Q. Organ where production of egg takes place. Write one more function of labeled part R. So organ where production of egg take place. Very good. So you have to write the name. You have to write the name. P is called as vagina. Q is what? Endometrium wall or uterus. Okay, endometrium wall of the uterus, because at the time of teaching I taught you that this is exactly endometrium wall of the uterus. Endometrium wall of the uterus. If you will write like this, it will be very, very good. So R is exactly ovary. Ovary is producing eggs. So ovaries are producing eggs. Now list now one thing, write one more function of labeled part. So they are asking this labeled part R, what is one more function? One more function of this labeled part. So what will be the, yes, uterus part will be there. One more function of labeled part, female hormone, progesterone and estrogen. Yes, it is exactly releasing female hormone estrogen, and this estrogen is exactly helping in the puberty time. Okay, it will help in that means whatever changes are taking place in the female body now, that will be exactly done with the help of this hormone beta. Okay, so estrogen related to puberty changes. Okay, puberty means puberty changes, what I use, because whatever physical changes in female are there, that is exactly due to the hormone called as estrogen. That is due to the hormone called as estrogen. We will go for the next question. Now list the changes which take place in given figure of a bisexual flower after fertilization. List the changes which take place in figure of a bisexual flower after fertilization. Or question, this is an or question. If you will answer this question, then no need to answer this question. But bisexual flower, what is the changes? You know that bisexual flower, you have to just draw a rough sketch of a bisexual flower. List that after fertilization. See here, the bisexual flower parts they are asking, and they are telling that what are the changes that is happening in the bisexual flower. What are the changes that is happening in the bisexual part of the flower after fertilization? So if you will be, diagram is this one beta. So stigma style ovaries are there. Then you have to just talk about what happens at what site. Okay, and that is stepwise you have to explain. Stepwise you have to explain. Just don't write more than 3-4 steps. So what happens to which part? Male reproductive part, female reproductive part. So they are asking the question that what happens after fertilization. So what happens after fertilization? That is exactly after fertilization zygote will start dividing 100%. After fertilization zygote will start, sepal and petals, which that is shrivel and fall. That is one of a thing beta. Shrivel and fall off, that is an important point. But the next important point here is that that Ammeter style, that means sigma part, you have to just write that what will happen to the male reproductive part and female. The female ovule part will exactly become a hard coat, and it will exactly start becoming a fruit bearing a seed. Okay, and all these sections will be going off. So this answer you have to write stepwise. Okay, shall we go for the next question? Now give this question. Use the part of the periodic table given below. Answer the question that follows. Group is 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Period is this one. Now the neutral atom of an element E consists of 12 electrons in its atom. The neutral atom of an element E, the neutral atom of an element E consists of 12 electrons in its atom. In which period and group is E placed? What is the period where E will be placed? What will be the period where E will be placed? Huh? Ayo, don't give me heart attack. The neutral atom, they gave you the answer. They gave you the answer, dear. They gave you the answer. The neutral atom, they gave you the answer here. The neutral atom, neutralum means neutral. So neutral means noble. Noble means group 18. So now noble means group 18. Now identify the period. So here the neutral atom of an element, 12 electron. 12 electron means 12 proton. 12 proton means atomic number 12. Atomic number 12 means 2, 8, 2. 10, 12. Neutral atom of an element consists of, okay, neutral they have said. That means they are not talking about noble gas. Taking my words back. So 12 electrons are there. Now, so since 12 electrons are there, so 282 will be there. So 2 is there. So in which period and group E is placed? So E will be placed, valency is 2. You are correct. Sorry. Name the element E. Element E will be magnesium. Okay. Name the element E. How many electrons E need to lose or gain? Sorry, I thought neutral word. I didn't saw the question. First time itself I saw the question. So I thought neutral atom. So they are asking about noble gas. Ayoyo, I took my words back. Okay. So third period, second group, magnesium, valency is 2. Thank you so much. Valency is 2. I have to read the question. Write the formula of chloride for E. One question left. Write the formula of chloride of E. 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 So if E, it is magnesium. Magnesium means Mg2 plus is there. Then what will be chlorine? So chlorine will be what? Mg2 plus chlorine 1 minus. So it will be absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. We will go for the next question. Sperms and eggs are the reproductive unit of human. In which way are sperms and egg of human different? Write the importance of these difference. Stupid question. I don't know. Don't start writing history in this. I request you, just give me the basic difference. We discussed much about it, so don't want to again discuss and waste time. Sperms and eggs are the reproductive unit of human. In which way are sperms and eggs of human different? Write the importance of this difference. See, okay. that is the basic difference. Very good, Kavya, played very safe. This is called as when you know that in cricket that you are definitely going to win the match and you have 9 batsmen in your hand, and that means no out means you can hit 6. So this is that situation. Sperms are produced by male and eggs are produced by female. This Kavya, that was the safest answer. Okay, but the thing here is, if you want to entertain this answer, so you can say that, see, don't go for motility, because they will drag you in the sense that if eggs are getting fertilized, they are moving from in the fallopian tube and it is exactly going towards the uterus. So eggs are also moving like this, they will give the answer. So don't talk about motility there, and you will exactly get dragged in that. So you have to say that, if you want to say that, if you don't have any difference there, then you say that sperms are having tail, ova is not having. The structure difference is there. The structure difference is there. In exam, I know you all are sitting there and laughing out loud. So the thing here is, structure difference is there. Fine. The sperm and the egg, they both have structure difference. If nothing, eggs have nutritional liquid. Yes, absolutely correct. Next important point about egg and they are exactly, if you want to go towards hormones, then you say that out of 23 pairs of hormone, the sex hormones are different, and for male X and Y are there, and for female X and X is there. So ova is exactly containing eggs are exactly containing XX hormone. Sex hormone for egg is XX, and for sex hormone for sperm is X and Y. Half of the sperm are male and half of the sperm are female, means XX and XY, and the sex of the child is determined by this. The sex of the child is determined by this. Means if nothing is there, we can write like this and we can come out safely. Okay, so now write the importance of this difference. This is very important difference, so that's why I drag towards the chromosomes, because there we are speaking about the chromosomes, and we have much importance of chromosomes. Like the sperms will be exactly half of the sperms are male, half of the sperms are female, and that's why the sex of the child will be determined by the what you called male hormone, like by male sperms, because the sperms are exactly, if the sperm will have, now you can drag them very safely to this point and they will not be able to be cancelling your point, because actually sperms are having X and Y chromosomes, and if the sperm is exactly having X and female are having X, then it will be a girl child. If the sperm is having Y sex chromosome and female is having X, then it will become XY and it will become a boy. So they cannot be able to cut this point. Yes, so it is exactly the male hormone. So the male sperms are determining the sex of the child. After that they cannot cut your point, they have to give full mark to their content. And then if another point you want to relate, then you can say that the sperms are exactly traveling, the sperms has to travel a lot, that's why the sperm is having a tail. The importance of the tail is that it gives motility to the sperm, and the ova only has, or egg only has to travel in the fallopian tube, and that too after fertilization. Okay, so many points you can add there. Yes, you have to say the importance. So which point you are picking, the most important thing is you have to explain that point truly. Okay, because they told last point, write the importance of this difference, and this will be carrying half mark. If I am knowing CBSE, that means this will carry half mark. The first content will carry half mark. Okay, now give the common name and scientific name of the plant on which Mendel performed its experiment. This is a common cut short question. Here you cannot do any renovation. Yes, here you cannot do. That's why I am telling you, play with the safest zone. Represent in such a way now they cannot be able to cut your point. So XY, you know what, if you will write some statement now, they will not see. But if you will draw X chromosome, XY, means if they don't wear specs also, they can be able to see and give you mark. Okay, so you have to write like this. The correct one point is the scientific name. Scientific name by scientific name. Give the scientific name. Give the scientific name. Pea plant is the common name. Scientific name. Pea plant is the common name. I am just wishing to get the scientific name. Scientific name. Scientific name. Potato. Karthika, I will beat you very badly. It is called as Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum. Pisum. P-I-S-U-M. Why Pisum we are eating here? Pisum sativum. Pisum septum. Pisum sativum. Just remember like that. We have examinations. We are going to go for shortcut. Pisum sativum. Yes, it is in our syllabus. Yes, it is 100% in our syllabus. And I am playing with the syllabus like anything. Arif, I already informed you everything here. You know everything. Pisum sativum. Maro mujhe maro. No sir, no need. Pisum sativum. How is the direction of magnetic field at a point determined? How is the direction of a magnetic field at a point determined? To the point. How is the direction of a magnetic field at a point determined? In book. Yes, it is there in book. Pisum sativum. Hey bhai, see this question. I am not knowing these answers. Don't play. Start answering the question. We have 15 minutes and we are in only 6th question. Total. Okay, we have finished that questions now. So numbering problem is there. So that's why I added that question. So you are exactly in 8th question right now. You are exactly in 8th question. So still 14, 15 question, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 8 more questions to go. Come on, please do it fast. End. Very good, Arif. Play it with it. And you know the best part of it, I don't know the answers. I'm just going to tell you the relative point of the questions. What is the direction of a magnetic field at a point determined? So why we already know that magnetic field, current and force, they both are exactly there. Where magnetic field will be there, their electric field will also be there. Okay. So just when nothing will be there, when you are not knowing anything, then you have to play safe. You have to say that the direction of a magnetic field will be determined by the direction of the current flowing in a circular loop. So you just connect it to either to a circular loop or a current conducting wire, okay, or a current conducting wire, and say the safest answer that if the current will be flowing in a straight wire, then the direction of the magnetic field will be perpendicular to the direction of electric field, and if it is exactly moving in, if the current is moving in a wire circular loop, then the direction will be determined by the motion of the what you call movement of the current, clockwise, like up or down. So you have to play safe there, yaar. You have to talk about both. So just be very, very safe. Talk about first straight carrying conductor and then talk on the circular loop. So in the circular loop, already we have discussed about this experiment. We discussed na ki one circular loop will be there, then the direction of motion. So the current will be like this. So then anti-clockwise and clockwise direction. We have already discussed this point. Draw and teach them. Right hand thumb rule. This is the safest way, because when you don't know anything, go to the basics. When you don't know anything, go to the basics. I'm telling you, don't leave these answers. Go for straight wire conductor. Magnet is incomplete. Magnetic field is incomplete about electric field. Electromagnetic concept here. Just few points now create in your brain. Now what is the direction of magnetic field at the center of a current carrying circular loop? Center of a current carrying circular loop. Yes, one mark question. Center of the, so definitely it will be perpendicular. It will be perpendicular to the loop. It will be perpendicular to the loop. Right hand thumb rule. Yes, you have to explain like that. It will be perpendicular to the plane of the loop. It will be perpendicular to the plane of the loop. Today now, after this now, when I will send this sample paper, please kindly revise it. What is the role of carbon brush in a motor? What is a, listen, split ring electric motor tomorrow morning. I am going to have a class of electric motor. Okay, I am going to keep a class on electric motor. Role of carbon brush, change the flow of current. Yes, they are exactly electric motor. Split ring is acting as a commutator. Okay, it is exactly working as a commutator. So it exactly, the motion will be exactly this. So you have to write in. So when direction of will be reversed, now it will be just create as a connectivity. It will be creating. So after the change of direction, also it will create a connectivity. That's a very, very important point. And what is the role of carbon brush in a motor? Carbon brush. So carbon brush is specifically graphite brush will be used. Okay. So the most important work at the time of reversibility, it will be allowing the current to flow, and the most important point here is कि it will be like carbon brush is doing a very important work for first mostly made of graphite. So key points remember, it will be helping in lubrication also, and it will be helping in electrical conductivity. So electrical conductivity and lubricating. So these are the two important points to feed on about carbon brush. Okay, and rest of the thing you just write on your own. So two important point I have discussed, and that 2 point only feed on in your brain. So the next important question we are going to go for, 7th question. Identify and name the third member of alkane family and write its formula. 1.5 marks. So now we are going towards 3 mark questions. So 1.5 mark question. You know what? Sharp 8 o'clock, my 11th, 12th student will say auntie time up. So please kindly solve this question fast. Identify and name the third member of alkane family and write its formula. Third member of alkane family. Third member of alkane family is who? Propane. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And its formula is? Third member of alkane family is propane. and formula is what? Methane, ethane, propane, C3H8. Okay, explain with appropriate reason as to how many isomers are possible with third member of alkane. How many isomers are possible? How many isomers are possible with third member of alkane? What answer you are going to give? See, and you have to say the answer. Appropriate reason also you have to give. Appropriate reason also you have to give. So appropriate reason what we are going to give, that is the apron work, but where we have to exactly first see the most important work is isomer to isomer. Kamya, you come here, I will give you a boxing punch. Seriously, tomorrow exam, you really want boxing match with me? Come, we'll have a boxing match. Third member of alkane family, Boki. Third member of alkane family. Third member of alkane family is propane. How many isomers possible for it? Come on. Thank you so much. No isomers. No isomers. No. Normal propane will be there, but it will not be sufficient to form because branch chains are absent here. So since it is not sufficient and exists to so it will not be exhibiting isomers. Isomers means same molecular formula, different structure formula. So it is exhibiting its own molecular formula. There is no two different type of structures. There is no two different type of structures. It is only exhibiting normal propane. So since it is only exhibiting normal propane, so 100% it is exactly not forming any isomer. So normal propane means same molecular formula, different structural formula. So it is only having one structural formula. So only since it is only having one structural formula, so only we are saying it is not coming, it is not having any isomer. Yes, they will not be, see look here Kamya, here they will be playing with your concept. And the most important concept here is beta, that when you speak the chemical for isomer for definition, the isomer definition says that same molecular formula, different structural formula, different. But here for propane now only one structural formula is there. So now it is not satisfying the definition of isomer. It is not satisfying the definition of isomer. So it is having zero isomers, because if we will be going for butane, then we can compare normal butane and isobutane. Okay, when we will go for pentane, there we can compare normal isoneobutane. But here propane is only one and it is not having any other structure formula rather than propane. So because of it, it will have zero isomers. I hope you might have understood this point. Now shall we go for the next question? Next question is in electron dot structure, the valence shell electrons are represented by cross or dot. Okay, the atomic number of chlorine is 17. Write its electronic configuration. So easy question. Write its electronic configuration. Then you will close your eyes and you will write, see, chi. These questions are exactly given. Sorry. These questions are exactly given for how much marks? 1.5 marks. Write is the electronic number of chlorine is this, and draw the electron dot structure of chlorine molecule. What will be the electron dot structure of chlorine molecule? Electron dot structure of chlorine molecule. Electron dot structure of chlorine molecule. Come on. We electron dot structure of chlorine molecule. Right now we are in 8, 9, 10, 11th question. Electron dot structure of chlorine molecule. Chlorine molecule. Easy questions. They will give some easy questions also. Don't worry. They are not cruel people. They will give some chances to score also. So chlorine electron dot structure. So here dot representing, and another chlorine is represented with cross. So this is exactly called as dot and cross structure. So this is exactly called as dot and cross structure. Okay. Yes. Better to attempt this question. It's the safest question here. Because isomer, last part of the isomer question is quite tricky. If you are not knowing that isomer means propane do not have any isomer and definition of isomer says what, then don't attempt that question. I itself am saying that. Which one is the easiest one? Attempt that. So you have to read both the question very properly. Now go for this question. So this question is exactly in this, or question is also there. Study the Study the following circuit and answer the question as follows. Potential difference is given 5 volt. Key is there. 2 resistors are there. It is exactly 10 ohm and 15 ohm. State the type of combination of 2 resistors in the circuit. First question is state the type. Quickly. Parallel connection, absolutely. How much current is flowing through 10 ohm? How much current is flowing through 10 ohm? How much current is flowing through 10 ohm and 15 ohm resistor? How much current is flowing through 10 ohm and 16 ohm resistor? How much current is flowing through 10 ohm and 16 ohm resistor? So here you have to be very careful. For 10 ohm, go for first only 10 ohm. 10 ohm means resistance is given only 10 ohm. So when resistance is given 10 ohm, potential is given as 5 volt. So you know V equal to IR. So it is exactly going to come as how much? It is going to be coming as, so V equal to IR. So V is 5, I we have to find, R is exactly given as 10. So current will be 5 by 10 equal to I. So I will be coming as 0.5 current. So through 10 ohm, 0.5 ampere of current flowing. 0.5 ampere of current flowing, absolutely correct. Now we will go for the next one. The next part of the question says that 15 ohm resistor. 15 ohm resistor means this one 15 ohm resistor. So now 15 ohm, V is equal to IR. So V is what? 5 by 15 equal to I. So it is coming as, I will be coming as 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means 0.333. 0.333 ampere of current will be flowing from second. So first and second question by playing itself we have finished. Now what is the ammeter reading? For ammeter reading you have to find the overall resistance of the parallel connection. So overall resistance of the parallel connection will be coming 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15 equal to 1 by R. So 15 plus 10 by 150 equal to 1 by R. So 25 by 150 equal to 1 by R. So R will be equal to 150 by 25, that is 5. 5 3s are 15, 0. So 6 ohm. 6 ohm resistance. So overall resistance of this is coming as 6 ohm. Now potential is given that much. So current will be exactly coming as 5 by 6. 5 by 6. Absolutely correct. 5 by 6. Overall answer will be coming as 5 by 6 ampere. Now you can convert it into decimal. Determine the following quantity of the circuit as shown in the figure. Now this, after this, whatever questions are coming, they are supernova questions. Now look here, the equivalence resistance. Now go for this question here. What will be the equivalence resistance? What will be the equivalence resistance? Equivalence resistance means all the 3 resistors are connected in series. So resistance will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, 20, 30, 50. Equivalence resistance will be coming as how much? Never. Today one sample paper I have sent you. That was for letting you understand never. 100 ohm, absolutely correct. 100 ohm is the equivalence resistance. The total current from the power supply and the current through each resistance. The total current from the power supply and the current through each resistance. This is exactly the stupid question. This second question is going to exactly the total current flowing through the power. So you know that potential difference is exactly coming as 125 volt. So 125 volt by 100 is equal to A. So what is the total amount of current flowing? The total amount of current flowing is 1.245 ampere. The total amount of current, Sarvana, it is there beta, it is there for 12th timing, sharp 8 o'clock beta. Sharp 8 o'clock. I'm going to start. Don't worry, Sarvana. Sorry, yaar. Just last question. I have to discuss it. The remaining question I have to discuss tomorrow. The equivalence resistance, the total current from the power supply and the current through each resistor. The voltage drop across each resistor and power dissipate in each resistor. So these 2 questions are very, very important questions. Second question, I think 1.25 ohm ampere we have taken. Now voltage drop across each resistor. Voltage drop across each resistor. Then we cannot complete. No problem, beta. Morning we are going to complete, or morning I have to teach you electric motors. So now only this much questions are left, and these are very, very important questions. So we will be discussing it. I am sending you this sample paper. I want you to just solve this question paper. I know, but I know I have not. That's why I wanted to start. There was a fumble in the question paper, so only it started late. Now look at the total current from the power supply. This so we have 1.25, the voltage drop across. So voltage drop across each resistor. So whenever the current will be passing through, 1.25 ampere of current will pass through each resistor, there will be a voltage drop. So you have to find what will be the voltage drop, means what will be the potential difference across each one. I am going to send now, beta. Just this last question, let me discuss what will be the voltage drop across each one. So voltage drop across each one will be what? Total voltage drop. So here you have to check here one thing. So here current is exactly this much. So current remains the same. Now resistance is 20. So you know that V is equal to IR. So I is 1.25 into 20. So it is going to be 0, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 1 5, 2 1s are 2. So it is exactly going to be coming as 25. So here potential difference is coming as 25 volt. Here for 30 resistance, here 30 into 1.25 will be there. So 0, 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 1 7, 3 1s are 3. So it is exactly going to come as 37.50. And here 50 into 1.25 will be there. So 0, 5 5s are 25, 2, 5 2s are 10, 11, 12, 5 1s are 5, 6. So 62.50. And if you will add it, yes, you will add it. So potential drop in each of the resistance is coming this much. Potential drop in each of the resistance is coming this much. So this is a very important question, beta. Now this question is the most important question. I cannot leave you with this question. Among all the period, which one is incomplete and what are the important properties exhibited by all element present in this period? So this is exactly only 1 mark question, and after that Dobereiner law of trait related question is of 2 mark. So here you have to understand one very important thing, that they are asking that which period is incomplete. You know that only 7th period in the periodic table is there, which is exactly having vacant shells. So 7th period in the periodic table is incomplete. What are the important property exhibited by all elements present in this period? So this period, most of the elements are still in discovery phase. So we don't know, see what, when I got this question, I don't know that they are exactly going to be how much successful in getting, because most of the elements are in radioactive element, and we are trying to know about most of them. Okay, and next important point is since they exhibit radioactivity, so these elements have certain specific properties, and because of that still information related to them is going on. So now next question is, when Dobereiner law of consider this question this question I want everyone to just practice one time. Tomorrow morning, if possible, you try this question one time. In short, I am going to explain if we will have time tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow, if we will have time, we will be exactly representing one time. Yes, we have discovered. Most of them are discovered one, beta. Most of them are discovered one. I am so sorry. Tomorrow timing will be morning only, beta. Tomorrow timing will be morning, and one time I am just going to discuss these questions tomorrow. So I think 6 o'clock, 6:15 will be okay. 6:15 timing. First I am going to discuss the periodic table, all these questions, and then next what we are going to do, we are going to start electric motor. Okay. So till 6:15 to 7:30 I am going to teach you. Because class 12th are waiting, so only I am keeping it as a hold. Otherwise, I could have finished this one. Okay. Yeah, but I am really wanting to extend the class. Okay, I am going to take a call. Today no 12th class. Fine, we are going to finish this. Now first we will finish it, and then I will say sorry to them. Yes, okay. They can manage. We will be finishing it. Now look here beta. So next question, we have understood this question. Now the next important question here is, okay, the next important question here is, when a Dobberinier triad is considered. So now here Dobberinier related question they have asked. Okay, Dobberinier related question they have asked. I will teach them afterwards. Night I will teach them. When a Dobberinier triad is considered, the sum of atomic mass of extreme element X and Z is exactly given as X and Z, and the difference of X and Y. Now look here the question is exactly a solvable question. You have to solve this question beta. So what is exactly given in the question? Please kindly inform your friend. We are continuing with the question. When Dobberinier triad is considered, the sum of atomic mass of extreme elements. So there are three elements. X is there, Y is there, and Z is there. So X plus Z will be equal to, they told that sum of these two are exactly coming as 177.6. 177.6. 177.6 is there as the sum. Okay, 177.6 is there as the sum. Now after that they are telling that their difference of Z and Y is 5 times. Difference of Z and Y is 5 times the number of proton present in neon atom. Difference of Z and Y, difference of Z and Y, just 1 minute, difference of Z and Y is 5 times. So difference of Z and Y, they are telling that difference of Z and Y is 5 times. Okay, no problem. Difference of Z and Y is 5 times. So Z minus Y is 5 times the number of protons or neutrons of neon. Number of neutrons of neon. Sarvana, I am sorry beta, today I think I have to Z minus Y. That Z minus Y is given as 5 into number. Sarvana, I'll start a class just 15-20 minutes late beta. Okay, I'll teach till 9:30. Okay, can you inform in the group, Sarvana? 100% I am going to teach. But first their exam is tomorrow beta. So just I have to be with them. Huh? Just sorry for this, Sarvana. Just half an hour wait. After that I'll teach. And I'll teach continuously. Okay. Just beta half an hour late we will start. 8:30 we will start today. Huh? Okay, thank you so much beta, God bless you. Now look here, so Z minus Y is 5 into number of neutron of neon. So number of neutron of neon beta, number of neutron 8:30 sharp. Okay fine, I am counting. So number of neutron beta, what is number of neutron? Number of neutron is 10. So Z minus 5. So first equation is X plus Z equal to 176 and second is Z minus Y will be equal to 50. Z minus Y equal to 50. Absolutely correct beta. Z minus Y equal to 50. So now two content we got back to back. So now two content we got back to back. So now what we have to do? Z minus Y equal to 50. So two equations we got. One we got this one, and now next what they are telling that. Okay, identify X, Y, Z. Identify X, Y, Z. The Dobberinier triad is considered as sum of atomic masses of extreme element. X and Z is this one. And difference is this. Okay, so we have two equations beta. We got 50, we got this much. So now we know that ki Dobberinier triad says a very important thing. Now we have one equation, this one, we have another equation, this one. Now we know that according to Dobberinier triad, X plus Z will be by 2 will be equal to Y. X plus Z, and already X plus Z is given as 176. We know na Dobberinier triad says that what you call the atomic mass of the middle element will be the average mass of the sum of the last two element, extreme elements. So now X plus Z is coming as 177.6. So we are going to write it as 177.6 by 2 equal to Y. So it will become 2 8 just 16, 2 8 just 16, 2 8 just 16. So Y is coming this much. So once beta Y is coming this much, so shall we write Y here? So Z minus 88.88 will be equal to 50. So Z will be equal to 50 plus 88.8. So it is exactly going to come as 8.8, 58 point, so 50, 88.8. So it is exactly going to come as 8, 8, 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 138, 138.8, 138.8. Yes, Z is coming as Z minus Y is there now, so it will get added beta. Z minus Y, so Z is coming as 138.8. So once you got Z as 138.8, so once you got Z as 138.8, so now we got Y as 188.8. Once we got Y, we substituted the value of Y here and we got Z. Now Z is coming as 138.8, and after getting the value of Z, we have to exactly get the value of X only. So now X plus 138.8 equal to 177.6. So 177.6, 138.8, 16 minus 8 is 8, 16 minus 8 is 8, and here it is 6 minus 3 is 3, so 38.8. So X is coming as 38.8. Okay, fine, absolutely correct, Kavya. I hope my bacha party might have understood how to solve this question. We'll go for the next question quickly. Hey, this was easy question only. Now next question, if you collect a sample of water from a lake or a pond, you will find green filamentous organism. Identify the organism and their mode of reproduction. So green filamentous organism. They are using a word filamentous there. So once they are using the word filamentous there, what answer you are going to say? They have used a word filamentous here. They have used a word filamentous here. So since they have used a word filamentous, what answer you are going to say? Yes, that is fragmentation. Absolutely correct, Arif. So that is exactly, if you collect a sample of water from a lake or pond, you will find green filamentous organism. It is exactly what? The name of that is Spirogyra, and mode of reproduction is fragmentation. Mode of reproduction is fragmentation, and the name is filamentous word. The moment filament is there, so filamentous will only be going for Spirogyra. Filamentous is only going for Spirogyra, and exactly filamentous is coming for Spirogyra, and this Spirogyra is exactly reproducing through asexual mode of reproduction, and that is exactly called as what you called fragmentation. Okay, now identify and mode of reproduction. Asexual, it is called as fragmentation. Name is Spirogyra. Okay, a stale bread will have fungal growth on it. You can observe the tiny blob on a stick structure sitting on the hyphae. Name the blob structure. What is the blob structure named as? Spirogyra, and yes, correct only. This answer, this question you answer, beta. Second question you answer. Second question you answer. Absolutely. The blob-like structure is called as sporangium. The blob-like structure is exactly called as sporangium, and the name, it is exactly sporangium. The name is exactly sporangium. Okay. It is, don't confuse here sporangium with regeneration. It is exactly type of fragmentation. So sporangium, yes. So now we are exactly going to go for the next one. Some flower have either stamen or pistil. Can you give any two examples of such flowers? Just take the name of the plant, it will be enough. Papaya and watermelon. Absolutely correct. Papaya and watermelon are exactly called as unisexual flower. And a bisexual flower. Bisexual flowers are like, you can take the name of that flower. What is the name of that flower? At any name of that flower which is exactly bisexual. Suddenly it got skipped from my brain. Hey, that like this is there. I forgot the name of that flower. Hibiscus. Thank you so much, Arif. So see, I am also forgetting. Hibiscus is the correct one. Mustard also, hibiscus also, absolutely correct. Now shall we go for the next question? A non-biodegradable toxic chemical has entered into food chain. Which type of food habit would you suggest to a man, vegetarian or non-vegetarian? This is the correct, absolutely, this is the correct hypothetical question. Here you only have to explain what you can experience. You only have to explain vegetarian, absolutely. So but beta, they have asked the 3 mark question. You cannot be writing this shortcut form. Go to it vegetarian, absolutely. Why vegetarian? Because you know that higher in the pyramid, if you will go, you will see that from vegetarian, the more the animals are, the energy level is also reducing. First thing, the energy level keeps on reducing, and utilization, yes. So vegetarian will be explained with the help of food chain, the food chain which you would suggest. So lower tropical level, you will see that the food will be exactly having, it can give you more energy, because 10% is there, what you call, the rule is there. So definitely the more you will go up in the pyramid, the more energy content will become less. So if we are going to eat the what you call, the plant section, then we will get more energy, plus what you call, the more the different animals we are going to carnivores, to different level, the more lower tropic level, yes, the more it will be exactly getting the toxic. So the toxic amount will be less in the higher tropic level, less in the lower tropic level and more in the higher tropic level. Yes, primary, secondary consumer and tertiary consumers will be having more what you call, chemical content in them. They will have more chemical content in them, so that will be more problem. Fine. So now next question is advantage in another aspect, how? So it is advantageous because you will be saved. Now next question is section has 2 case study based question, and it is exactly followed by this. So we are going to see case study question, fragmentation and regeneration. Read this. Now we are going to go for case study questions. So fragmentation and regeneration. Biomagnification is the correct point, beta. Biomagnification means the deposition of chemical. So definitely the toxic deposition will be more for the higher tropic level. Okay. Fragmentation and regeneration are 2 modes of reproduction. During fragmentation, an organism on maturation split which enable the creation of a new individual from the fragmentation, while regeneration occur where the organism has the ability to regrow certain part of its body when it lose them. In some organism, only certain specialized cell proliferate, making regeneration. Okay, so it is not a full proliferation, it is exactly the smaller one. So now you have seen the planaria structure. Now answer the question. Identify the organism and process shown in the figure. It is what? They talked about regeneration also, and they talked about fragmentation also. This is which organism? It is exactly going for what? Fastly explain. Absolutely correct. It is exactly, the organism name is planaria and it is going for regeneration. Full mark. Next question. Do you think human can reproduce by the fragmentation mode? No, the correct answer is no. Reason behind it, because justify your answer they are telling. So why? Because the thing here is human cannot divide cell by cell. They are multicellular organisms and the number of cells in human body is quite very high. The regeneration part cannot be specialized for the full cell. It will be exactly specialized for a location or a very small portion. So we cannot say that one. We cannot say that one. That is not the correct answer. Okay. So that means we have to say that human cell by cell division is not possible. Cell by cell division is not possible. Absolutely correct answer. Watson has given a very big answer. So absolutely not possible. Now do you think regeneration is same as reproduction? Justify your answer. So when they ask that reproduction and regeneration is same, now you have to just give at least 3 points of difference there. At least 3 points of difference here. So here reproduction can only proliferate the regrowth of a particular part, but regeneration is reproduction is giving birth to a new organism. Okay, so regeneration and reproduction, first important point. Now next important point, tell no, regeneration is not as same as reproduction, but you have to give 2 different, at least 3 difference. Okay, so reproduction is involved in reproduction is involved in the formation of a new organism. Regeneration is not involved always. Regeneration is not always involved in the reproduction of new organism. Okay, regeneration can be done for a part or a whole body of certain organism, but reproduction can always be done with what you call certain organisms, and it is ensuring the life cycle. Regeneration cannot always ensures the continuity of life cycle on earth, but reproduction is exactly ensuring the continuity of life cycle on earth. Now regeneration is a simple process. It will only be done for simple organism. Reproduction is a complex process, and it can be done for asexual that is asexual mode and sexual mode. So these are the specific difference you have to take and you have to speak about. I hope you might have understood this point. Now do you think regeneration and reproduction is different? I think you will be able to answer. Now next is Sheila's teacher explained the class that young boys and girls of 12 to 14 age undergo various physical change. These changes are necessary and is an onset of adulthood. However, Sheila has not experienced any changes yet. She is curious to know about puberty and the changes that take place in female during puberty. What are those changes? So what are the changes exactly exhibited by a female? So definitely you have to write here what are the changes. That is exactly menstrual cycle will start. First change you will say, then growth of hair in the pubic region, and then what you call change in the body structure, and breast size will be increasing. So these 3-4 basic difference, you don't have to hesitate, you just have to write there. So male reproductive system is a complex network of various organs. Each organ has an important role to play. Which part of female male reproductive system contribute fluid to semen? Why do you think addition of semen is advantageous? Why do you think addition of semen is advantageous? Why do you think addition of semen is advantageous? Why do you think addition of semen is advantageous? So that means which part is contributing? Which part is contributing? You know the names of the specific region which is exactly contributing. You know the names of the specific region that is exactly contributing. Can you know the names? Can you tell the names? Very good. Seminal, vesicle and prostate glands. So the seminal, vesicle and prostate glands, they are responsible for converting the sperms into semen. They provide motility to them. They are exactly lubricating the sperms, and they will give nutrition to the sperms. They will lubricate the sperms. They will give motility to the sperms. So 100% the name what you have exactly used, the term what you have, seminal, vesicle and prostate gland. By writing this two, you are going to get 1 mark. Okay, advantages, they give motility. Okay, now for the flow of charge in a conductor metallic wire, gravity does not play any role. The electron move only if there is a difference in electric potential. The chemical action with a cell generate the potential difference across the terminal of cell even when no current is drawn from it. Potential difference set the charge in motion in conductor, produce an electric current. The cell has to expend its chemical energy stored in it. The cell has to expand it chemical energy stored in it. Now beta, this is the actually this question number is 14th question number. This is the last question number. This is 15th question number. This is your last question number. So we have exactly went to the last part of the question. These two, find the minimum resistance. So here we have to solve this question with much what you call, just read out this part. We still have 12 minutes for 8:30. We still have 12 minutes. We are going to successfully finish the sample paper. What will be the answer? We know that in conventional current, positive charge move from higher potential to lower potential. But we also know that the only positive charge in a conducting wire is the proton, which is trapped inside the nucleus. So which particle is actually moving? How do you reconcile the knowledge with what you have studied about conventional current? Yes, beta, I am going, beta. I am going. With this numerical is also there. Yes, beta. What answer you can recollect from here? What answer you can recollect from here? You can say a very important point there, that is the conventional direction of the flow of current is from positive terminal to negative terminal, but the real flow of current is from negative terminal to positive. It is not the charges, it is exactly the electron which constitute the current in a circuit. Which constitute the current in an electron is the particle which moves in the circuit. Absolute Kardiga. So that is the answer. And conventional, and you can add one more point there, that when positive and negative charges were discovered, that time positive and negative charges were discovered, that time electron concept has not been known. Because of that only still we follow the conventional direction, but the real current flow is because of the flow of electrons. Now the charge of 10 coulomb is flowing through this question. Numerical is there, beta. Please kindly solve this numerical. The charge of 10 coulomb is flowing through a wire of 10 minutes. For a wire of 10 minutes. For a wire for 10 minutes. If the work done is this much, what is the resistance of the wire? If the work done is this much, what is the resistance of the wire? Ayyo. Directly shall we go with the formula, please? Is negative to positive, and that is the flow of electrons. Absolutely correct, Kartika. So, your pani. Now beta, what is given? Charge is given as Q is given as 10 coulomb. So we will write Q is exactly given as 10 coulomb. Now flowing first 10 minutes, time is given as 10 minutes, we will convert it into second, so it will become 10 into 60, so it will become 600 seconds. 600 seconds. After that, if the work done is, so work done is given as, work done is 10,000 joules. Then what is the resistance of the wire? So resistance of the wire formula, one direct formula I am just going to write. Direct formula I am just going to write, W is equal to Q square R by T. So this formula is there, and we know that W is equal to VIT. W is equal to VIT. If I am, because you know me, V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So V is equal to IR, so it will become I square RT. But since current is not there, but we know that current is equal to charge by time. So it will become Q by T whole square. So Q square T square into RT. So T and T will get cancelled. So it is exactly going to come Q square R by T. Now Q is 10, so it will become 100. Resistance is exactly not given. Resistance we have to find. Time is given as 600 seconds, and work done is 10,000. So this 2 zeros and this will get cancelled. So resistance is coming so much here. Resistance is coming as 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, this much ohms. 60,000 ohms resistance is coming. Okay, if the resistance of the wire is tripled without changing the nature of the material or length of the wire, then what has changed? Then what has changed, and by how much? If resistance is exactly going to be, changed, then what is exactly going to change? Yes, correct only. If resistance is going to change, beta, then what has exactly going to change? Think very nicely and then give answer. If the resistance of the wire is tripled without changing the nature of material or length of wire, then what has changed and by how much? Which one is exactly going to? Length they are not changing, please. Absolute correct. Very good. So we know that resistance is equal to rho L by A. If length of the wire has not been changed and the resistance is tripled, then it's the area of cross section which will be reduced by 3 times. then the area of the cross section will be reduced by 3 times. Absolutely correct. So you have to just write into the correct point. Yes, the area will be reduced because resistance is equal to rho L by A. Okay, shall we go for the last part of the question, beta? Find the minimum resistance that can be made using 5 resistor each of 1 by 5 ohms. Find the minimum resistance that can be made using 5 resistors each of 1 by 5 ohm. So beta, here you have to just understand one thing. Now 5 resistors are there. R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. Now each resistor is 0.2 ohm. 0.2 ohm. 1 by 5 means 0.2 ohm. 0.2 ohms. Look here, 1 by 5, we will multiply 2 both sides. It is going to be 2 by 10, so 0.2. So each resistor is 0.2 ohm. So what are you going to connect it with? Are you going to connect it in parallel or series? Then you will say, auntie, we are going to connect it in parallel, because series means resistance, equivalent resistance will increase, parallel means equivalence resistance will decrease. Okay, so now here 0.1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0.2, or सीधे directly we will write it here 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5. Just think about it, because each resistor and the minimum resistance that can be 5 resistors each of 1 by 5 ohm. 5 resistors each of 1 by 5 ohm. So it will be 1 by 1 by 5 plus 1 by 1 by 5 plus 1 by 1 by 5 plus 1 by 1 by 5. 0.2 is 1 by 5 only. Okay, so or directly 0.2, 0.2 you will write, then here down it will become 0.2. 1 by 5 is 0.2, so it will become 5 by 0.2, decimal it will cut, it will become 25. So 25 will be coming 0.25, so 1 by 25. So it is coming as 1 by R is coming as 25, so R is coming as 1 by 25. 1 by 25 is how much? 1 by 25 ohm. 1 by 25 ohm. It will not be 25 ohm. It will be 1 by 25 ohm. Because beta, everything will be equal to 1 by R. Okay. So here each one is 0.2. So 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. So 0.2 is coming. So 0.2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is going to be 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0.2. Decimal cut 50, 25. So 1 by R is coming equal to 25. So R will be equal to 1 by 25. R will be equal to 1 by 25. And this brings the end of the sample paper for you. So yes, 1 by 25 will be answered. 1 by 25. Correct answer will be 1 by 25 beta. Parallel, and it will be 1 by 25. So now look here. 25 only. No, it will not be 25, because each resistor is beta 1 by 5. Each resistor is 1 by 5. So since each resistor will be 1 by 5, so 1 by 5 by 1. 1 by 5 is nothing but this will become 1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0.2. So it will become 5 by 0.2. That will be 25, and everything is equal to 1 by R. Everything is equal to 1 by R. Yes, now it is correct. Tomorrow class timing 6:15 sharp. I am going to discuss many important questions. Specifically, some electric motor will be the first point, and after electric motor we are going to talk about some numericals. Electricity, numericals we are going to discuss. Thank you so much beta, and thank you for giving me the confidence to finish the sample paper. Thank you. My bacha party is always the best. Now I am going to send the sample paper. Okay, go for start revising beta. Start your revision now.